it was Zab Judah or Andre Berto. I can't remember. One of them was talking about when they were in the ring with Floyd Mayweather, and they would say that by far he is the most skilled and in shape fighter they have ever fought in their lives. When he would hold them, he'd be gasping for air. He'd be like, he's like, you wouldn't see it. He's like, but he's loading himself up. He'd get off of you, and then he's good. You know what I mean? And it's interesting because if you look at him, I mean, that guy can still go run 5 miles at a drop of a dime right now.
Mm.
And that you can say that about a lot of fighters that were super successful. Is the importance of the long distance running is not just to build your whatever your reservoir of energy or to make you burn glucose correctly while you're in the fight and all this. It's the mental fortitude that it builds inside of you. I remember when we used to go run in training camps, and it's like, okay, go run, and you would turn on this corner in northern Michigan, and literally the temperature would drop by like 10, 15 degrees, and you're just running straight into wind off of Lake Superior. And guys that are um, from Marquette or been in training camps in Marquette will know what I'm talking about. That you would run down this street from the college, and as soon as you turn on this one street, I can't remember the name of it, you're on Lake Superior, and literally the temperature dropped by like 10 degrees, and you're just running into like wind chill the entire time. I don't know how much, conditioning I got out of it, but I knew if I did that 3, 4 times a week, I mean, that belt, like, I could take on anything. And the same thing, like when we were in Colorado, when we would run the base of, I can't remember the name of the mountain right now, but when we would go run that mountain, the base of the mountain, I knew that it's not just about the conditioning, it's also about the mental fortitude of running up that mountain and then coming down. And I think that's the big thing that you lose. Like, I get it. Sprinting is super important. We sprinted as well, but it has to be a balance of both because in the ring, there's times that you need to relax, and you can't do that if you're constantly sprinting because it doesn't teach you how to relax.
Mm. Yeah, it reminds me of Marvin Hagler when he would talk about running in the cold, and he'd force himself to get up, run in the cold in the morning. That by the time he got to the fight, he was so angry at his opponent for making him run through the cold that he just steamrolled him. And it's that mental toughness you say, isn't it? They
Yeah,
force himself to get
yeah,
up in the morning, run through the cold, through the snow. Yeah, he was as tough as they came. And Hagler and Mayweather and Marciano, they're the three that come to mind when I think of the best conditioned, the fittest fighters that I've ever seen. This fight style by
I'm
yourself. Anyone else you can add to that?
yeah. So I would also think of when you think about it, there's a whole thing of um, do you do it to get in condition or do you do it for the mental aspect of it? And I think you do it for both. I mean, you have to.